Hi guys, today we're going to be doing our resistance training with the resistance band. It's also a circuit, so we're going to be doing marching in place between every single strength exercise with the resistance bands. As you can see, I have some behind me with my chair. We're going to have the yellow is light, the red is medium, the green is heavy, and the blue is super heavy or extra heavy. You don't have to do the same bands that I do. I will give a recommendation, but you don't have to do it. All right. We'll go ahead and start out with some music for the background. And then I will go ahead and start a timer for our warm-up. And then after we do the warm-up, I'm going to change the timer over to the 1 minute of doing the strength training exercise and then 30 seconds of marching in place. You'll be marching in place while I'm showing you the stretches or the next exercise. So let's do, there we go. I'm going to go ahead and start with our warm-up. So march in place. All right. Marching in place with shoulder circles. And keep it going. This opens up our chest. It opens up our shoulders. We feel a little bit better when we do it this way. I'm not doing a very good job of being on center camera. All right, keep it going. A few more seconds. Don't know if you can tell I'm marching a little bit in place. And then chest open and close. Good. Open and close. This opens the chest and the back. We're going to be using those muscles. We're going to be using all of our muscles. Keep it going. We have a few more seconds. Good. And now let's do torso twists. I'm going to back up so you can see. I'm letting my knee and my foot twist a little bit at the same time. There we go. See? This gets our torso a little bit loosened up. And it's safe for our spines. Just don't go too far. A little bit of a twist is good for us. Good. Now, let's do some hip circles. Plant those feet and circle your hips in one direction. We're going to be out. All of these warm-up moves are 30 seconds each. So then now go the other direction. Good. Good. Now, I want you to warm up an ankle. So roll one foot into circles. You can sit or you can stand. I'm sitting so you can see my foot at the bottom of the screen. All right, other foot. Circling. Feels good. And it's good to have nice mobilized ankles before we do exercising. It really helps with so many things. All right, now we're going to do some mini squats. So you're going to stand, mini squat. See, I'm not going low. I have a really good range of motion. I can go all the way down. I don't want you to. We're just getting our knees and our hips warmed up. And our quadriceps and our gluteal muscles. So we shouldn't be going full range of motion in a warm-up. All right? Good. Next thing, we're going to do mini lunges. So I step back and together, and back and together. And see, my feet are hip-width apart as I do it. They're not coming any closer. This is giving my calves a mini stretch, and it's also mimicking a motion that we're going to be doing later in this workout. And I don't know, I can't remember what else. All right, now we're going to do good morning. So stand, feet hip width width apart, hands on shoulders or head. And you're going to bend over and stick out your tush. Keeping your chin up like I'm doing. See? And if you feel your toes pulling up a little bit, you're doing it right. All right? My legs are relatively straight. You can still bend them. It's okay. All right. Last thing is you're going to push using chest muscles, pull using back, and breathe. And soft knees. I just locked mine out. We're getting our back muscles and our shoulder muscles, our chest muscles warmed up. All right. Good. All right. So now what I want you to do is march in place. Okay? I'm going to be getting the timer switched over, but I want to let you know first, the first exercise is going to be chest press. So you'll have the band under your armpits, all right? You can sit or you can stand, and it's going to be pushing out and then relaxing back. So let me change my timer. Keep marching. And then ready, set, and go. Plant those feet and push. And pull back. And push and blow out. You see my shoulders are down. You don't have to open your fingers like I'm doing. You can just even do with a fist. Push. There we go. And keep your core nice and tight. And your knees soft if you're standing. Shoulders down. You should feel this in your chest muscles. We're halfway through this interval. And you should be feeling it. I'm using the green. I'm using heavy. You can go lighter. And actually, if you feel like, oh my gosh, this is too hard, go to a lighter one. It's okay. No judgment. Just do what's best for you. Push and back. And push. And you don't want to let it snap back either. All right. Break time. You can march. Our next exercise is going to be a front squat. So I'm going to grab my extra heavy, which is the blue. All right. That one, you are going to step on the band with both feet. You can either hold it up at your hips or higher. I have kind of a short one, even for me. And you're just going to squat. And there we go. See if you can do it that way. See if you can pull it between your knees and hold the bands with both hands. I'm going to see if I can turn it sideways to show you. I'm squatting. You should feel this. I mean, you're going to feel it a little bit in your biceps because you're holding it up. But you should definitely be feeling it in your quads, which are your thigh muscles, and a bit in your butt. And we are over halfway through this interval. Breathe. And keep breathing. I'm going to turn again. You don't have to. Breathe. We have a few more seconds. All right. Rest time. I snapped it. March in place. Our next one, you're so lucky you get to sit down. It's going to be a seated row. So I would go probably with the green, which is heavy. And then what you're going to do, sit on the chair, hook the band around your feet, so see like I have, and you're going to pull the band toward your hips with elbows in close to your body, and breathe out as you pull. I'm going to turn so you can see. See how I'm doing it? But this is awkward, so I'm moving back. And I'm knocking over my chair. And keep going. You should feel this in your back muscles. If it feels too easy, then walk your hands down the band to increase resistance. If it feels too hard, then walk your hands up the band to lessen the resistance. We don't want to go too fast either. I think I'm kind of going a little fast. We'll go slower. That means fewer reps, but you're also getting a really good workout. Good. Now we'll let go of it. Rest time, which means active rest, which is marching. Okay, I don't think we're going to use the band on this one. The next one is going to be side lunges. And when we are doing our side lunges, we are going to be doing, let me march forward or march back. Okay, you're just going to step one leg out to the side, stick out your tush, and then together. Then the other one, stick out tush and together. I'm going to go sideways so you can see. See how I'm leaning? That's important. That even if we don't have a band on our legs, we're still strengthening. And the lower you go, the more you're working your leg muscles, your leg and your butt muscles. This exercise works our quads, our hamstrings, our glutes, and our, is it abductor or adductor? I can never remember that one. I always get them mixed up. If it hurts your knee, push your hips back some more. Okay. Usually our knees start hurting because we're putting too much pressure on them. So push back. And also, you don't have to go deep. It's okay. Listen to your body. Good. March in place. Okay. The next one we're going to be doing is shoulder press. That one is, we're going to go light. All right. I'm going to go yellow, which is my light one. We're going to sit for this one. Sit on your band. I cut my band too short. Okay. And then you're going to push up and then down. Ready? Breathe out, push up and down. Good. Keep your core tight. Shoulders down. You're doing great. And this is a whole body workout. And because we're doing it as a circuit, you are getting the added benefit of it being cardio and strength. And for me, because I'm talking through it, it's extra cardio. Keep going. Keeping your core tight and back flat. We only have a few more seconds. Good. And maybe one more. Good. And you can let it rest. Shake it all out. March in place. Very good. The next exercise we're going to do is called an RDL. Remember how we did the good mornings? It's basically like that. We've done this with the weights in class. So I'm grabbing my extra heavy again. I'm putting it under both of my feet. And I'm going to start standing. Get some resistance. And then I'm going to let my hands slide down and stand up. And squeeze my toes. Hands slide down to about under my knees. And then I stand up. And we breathe out and squeeze, clutch our butt and squeeze and stand up. And keep it going. Keeping shoulders down and back. And core tight and also back flat. And we are almost done with this interval. You should be feeling this in your hamstrings and in your glutes. or your butt, in other words. Good. And that one's in. We're going to take a rest or marching. All right. Our next exercise is going to be chest fly. You're going to want either the medium or the light. This one, again, we're going to have it under our armpits. All right. And you're going to open wide, holding on to your band, and then hug. See what I'm doing? Open and hug. I'm keeping my shoulders down, and I'm using my chest muscles. And see, my elbows are lower than my shoulders. And I'm not letting my arms spring back. I'm actually resisting the band a little bit on the back part of the exercise. Keep going, we're almost done. If you feel it in your shoulders, drop them and maybe drop your hands a little bit more. We're almost done. A few more seconds, maybe one more rep. Good. And then we are going to rest. All right, next is going to be sumo squat. You can choose if you're going to use a band or not. With this one, I'm going to step on the band wide and make my feet go wide. See? They're wide. And then I'm going to squat and stand. And I think I'm just going to have my hands a little bit behind my knees. Okay, so see? I'm squatting. And as you stand, squeeze all of your leg muscles. That's how you get the maximum benefit from the exercise. I'm going to turn around again. There we go. And keep it going. We have 20 more seconds. And again, if the resistance is getting to be too much, then walk your hands up your band. If you need more, then walk your hands down the band. All right. Try not to snap yourself. We're done with that interval. All right, and that exercise. Okay, march in place. Our next exercise is pull downs. It's a back exercise. I'm going to use my heavy. You could, if you want, you could use your medium, which is the red. Actually, maybe I will use red this time. Okay, that one. You can sit if you want to. Reach up and then pull down toward your chest. And pull apart as you're pulling down. So if you were in a gym and using one of the machines, this would be the lat pull down machine. So you should feel it in the back muscles underneath your armpits. And your back is flat. And keep it going. And with this one, if you feel like you need more resistance, walk your hands closer to each other on the band. If you need less, walk your hands apart with the band. Or just don't pull your arms this far apart. Good. Last one. And then you can march in place. Whew. Next exercise is going to be just simple lunges. Again, we're not going to be using a band. Okay. And remember how in warm-up we did the lunges where we were just stepping back like this? You can do that, or you can try going a little bit deeper, like that. And we're going to step back because that is easier for our balance. If you need to, you can also grab your chair back. All right, so let's go. So, lunge and then stand. Trying to keep your shoulders upright. And this is another one where if it bothers your knees, don't go as low. So if that's as far as you can go because your knees are bothering you, that's okay. We want to honor our bodies. And breathe out as you stand up. It's hard for me to get my breathing right because I'm talking to you and explaining everything at the same time. And we're almost done. We'll say we're done with that one. Okay, march in place. Believe it or not, we're almost done. Our next exercise is another shoulder exercise. We're going to be doing our side raises. Grab your light one. Again, we're going to be sitting on it. Grab the ends of your band, and you're going to start with them down, feet planted on the floor. Lift up only as high as your shoulders. Lift and breathe out. Good. Keeping core tight because that keeps our back flat. There we go. One of my arms just isn't going up as much as the other one. Okay, I've got the yellow and my shoulders were getting tired. So I can imagine yours are too. And that, there's no shame in admitting you're getting tired. We're almost done with that. 10 more seconds. Good. And we're done with that one. Now, we're almost done. The next one we're going to do is called a single leg Romanian deadlift. We did the one with the 2 legs. Now we're going to do one with the one. I'm going to be using my heavy, my green one, and I'm going to put it under one foot. All right. And I'm going to put my other foot back like a kickstand, and then I'm going to stick out my butt and stand up. So stick it out and then stand up. And breathe out. The leg that you're standing on, your front leg, is the one doing the work. Because you're balancing on it, and that's the one that we have the band on. And the good news is, you don't have to do as many, because we're switching to the other foot. And same thing. And you might feel that one leg is stronger than the other one. Keeping our backs flat. You don't want your chin on your chest. You want to be looking about 5 feet in front of you. And you should be feeling this. All right, we're done with that one, and you can march. Guess what? We only have 2 more exercises. Yay! Okay. The next one is rear fly. So again, I'm going to be using my yellow, my light one, and I'm going to be sitting again. All right. You're going to grab your band with it about shoulder width apart in front of you, shoulder height, and just pull apart. And then together. Control going back to the beginning position. You're going to feel this in the backs of your shoulders and your upper back. Take your time. Keep going. And oh yes, don't let your shoulders go up. Some of you are probably hitching them up by now and feeling them in your traps, which are these muscles right here, the ones closer to your neck. If you're feeling it in your traps, lower your shoulders. Because when our traps get tight, it makes our neck hurt. And then we get more headaches. Good. And rest. All right, now grab whatever band you want, because the last thing is going to be monster walks. I feel like doing green. All right? And you're going to wrap it around your lower thighs. Maybe give it a little tie and hold on to it. Okay, see, it's around my lower thighs right above my knee. And you'll step apart and together. If you want a little bit more resistance and a little bit more butt work, then squat a little bit. And you can also tighten it. Don't let your band ride up. You don't want it to go up by your hips, because then you're not really going to get much benefit from it. It should be close to your knees. And if it hurts, probably loosen it. And don't forget to breathe. All right, we're doing great. We only have about 15 more seconds of this. Good. And let that go and march. All right, so we're going to just do a little bit of a cool down march. So do more like a heel lift, because that was our last strength exercise. Take some deep breaths to slow down your heart rate. All right, let's have a seat. We're going to do shoulder stretch. Grab and pull across and breathe. And keep breathing. Good. Now put that one down, do the other one. Reach in front, grab right above your elbow and pull. Shoulder down. Keep it out of your ear. Good. Breathing. All right. Now grab the back of your chair and do a chest stretch. Push your chest out, look up, shoulders down. You should feel a stretch right across your chest and maybe just across the front of your torso. And breathe. All right, good. Sit up. Look across one shoulder. We're going to do just a gentle twist. It stretches our backs a little bit. And keep breathing. And then go to the other side. All right, good. Now we're going to do our quad stretch. So, whoopsie. So you can do, so we're like this, all right? You should feel a stretch here in your hip flexor and in your quad. If this isn't enough, you can grab your foot. You don't have to. All right, now we're going to do that on the other side. So turning around, pushing that foot behind us so we feel that stretch in our hip flexor and our quad. If this isn't quite enough of a stretch, you can grab your foot or your ankle and pull. And it is up to you. It shouldn't hurt. Don't try to push yourself into something that's going to hurt you. Remember, I've got some pretty good mobility. Good. And let that down. We're going to do our butt stretch. So figure 4 and lean forward. Pushing that knee down. You should feel a stretch in your hip and in your butt. If you can't get your foot on top of your knee, just stretch your foot out in front. And come up, and then the other one. We're almost there. We've just got a couple more stretches. And come up, and foot straight out in front and lean forward. That front foot is flexed, so you should be feeling a stretch in your calf and your hamstring. And I've got the sun blinding me. And breathe. Couple more seconds, and then we're going to switch feet. Come up, and then other foot or other leg. Leaning forward, back flat, leg straight. And you're feeling the stretch. It should not hurt. It should feel good. Come up, and we're done. You did a great job, and make sure to take a walk tomorrow and stretch tomorrow so that you don't feel really achy, and see you again next week. Remember, you only want to do strength exercises 2 to 3 times a week when you're doing full body, and you need to give yourself at least a day before you do your next exercise or you do your next workout.